Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Nathaniel Lentz. I am a program manager for Arc of Dane County. And Richard, what are you?
self self-advocate board member for the Dane County.
And Richard, what is our title today is A Journey Through Self-Advocacy by the one and only
Richard Bissett.
There you go. Okay.
And thank you for being here.
So Richard, what is your story?
My story was born with a mild autism spectrum disorder on January 15th, 1970. And it's an autism spectrum disorder is a neurological disorder characterized through focused interests, repetitive behaviors, social communication and interactions, and sensory processing differences.
And what happened during your high school and middle school years?
Well, I had struggled with a starting with my 7th grade middle school year. Though algebra seems to be my weakest branch of mathematics, my reading disability has had complex questions relating to writing sentences.
Okay, and what do you mean by being friendly, Richard?
Being friendly means it's such a positive feeling to me. I started first by asking what their names are first, and they answered me their names. And I shook their hands, and it's a nice pleasure to meet you. Next time I see them, I memorize them in a snap.
Great. And what is so important about you graduating from your high school?
Graduating from high school, my mother was living with me. She didn't want me to graduate originally in 1988 because of my reading and disability. So I had to stay an extra year. However, when my final teaching practices was finally able to graduate the class of 1988, the greatest feelings of my life.
And what is so important about Special Olympics to you? What have you accomplished?
I have accomplished. I started Special Olympics since when I was 11 in Bethel, Connecticut. And I running events my main specialty of Special Olympics. However, in 1988, high school in Connecticut was my best Special Olympics outing ever. And therefore, I won 2 medals in these events.
Yeah.
That was the greatest feeling of my life, Nathaniel.
Hey, you gotta have feelings. So, what is self-advocacy to you, Richard? What does that mean to you? Take your time.
The term self-advocacy means speaking up clearly, professionally, and respectively, knowing my rights and responsibilities, making good decisions, and using empowerment to maintain my goals.
And what about transportation? What is so important about transportation?
Transportation for people with transportation accommodations for special needs people involves calling the the name of a proper transportation company. We're getting a transit bus or a bus with a ramp.
Why should people, how should people apply to jobs?
And one more thing,
Okay,
getting from one place to another using special needs transportation without any trouble or delay, Nathaniel.
sounds good, Richard. Why should people apply for jobs? Why should people with disabilities apply for jobs?
But people want to pursue, apply a job or career with excellent pay and benefits. And when, and they had special needs, parents had to help special needs people using the WISC Jobs website to help them apply for a proper job so they can have proper training first before when they get called to accept a job offer.
And why do people with disabilities need proper education?
People to ensure proper education for special needs people, disabled students, they should really apply with special needs tutor or job placement counselor, which can enable them to achieve great job experience and maintain a balanced job environment, work environment.
What skills does a self-advocate need to succeed?
Well, the skills does a self-advocate need to succeed? Well, my personal skills.
Yeah, so what skills do you need for cooking?
Well, they have to create the recipe and read the correct amounts within the recipe.
Okay.
And follow instructions as well.
And what exercises do you do, Richard?
Well, I normally take walking routines on the Capital City Trail or walk to work. And I have my own method of transportation with using my electric tricycle to ride on safe bicycle trails within Dane County.
And how does social media help you with your personal skills?
Well, social media skills have helped me when I started when I started joining Facebook 5 years ago. I created the appropriate amount of clean posts and stories. And tomorrow is my 5th anniversary on Facebook. And on Instagram, I require practice by making posts, video broadcasts and reels on Instagram. And right now I have 79,000 plus followers.
So what professional skills do you have? Like, for instance, what about role modeling? What does role modeling mean to you?
The term role model, Nathaniel, means you got to find help or support. When I started applying for board member for the Arlington County. It takes resilience, practice, and patience.
And how's role modeling work for you when you, like disability community of Madison? What does that help you with as a role model?
For being active in the disability community in both the Arlington County and the Autism Society South Central means you got to recognize for a valuable member within the disability community, have a decent amount of values and trust.
And what does a communication mean to you?
Accountability is the obligation of accepting responsibilities through my actions and making progress on my messages, making positive outcomes on my messages, and speak with clarity, honesty, and transparency.
Take a deep breath if you need to, okay? Take it, everything's okay. You're doing a good job. You're doing a very good job. So, how did you get started with self-advocacy, Richard?
Well, I back in 1990, I applied for a full-time job with the Wisconsin Department of Revenue through an old back in the old days paper application process. Nowadays they're doing on the internet.
And what accommodations did you need to get the paperwork done, the application done?
I had my boss help me, my job placement counselor helped me get the application done. When I had a complex question on something, then I asked my boss or the interviewee help me get that question right.
And how did staff treat you through the, and you already said that. How did you feel when the staff helped you?
I felt very comfortable and relaxed after the hiring process, and the interview process went flawless and smooth. And the follow-up process was they called me to see if I can accept the job offer for the Wisconsin Department of Revenue, and I accepted yes. Nowadays, it's now email.
Yes. And what about customer service through this process?
Well, delivering the right amount of customer service helps ensure the customer is satisfied and happy, and giving positive feedback or values after their customer service is rewarded.
How do you research or know when there is an upcoming event, Richard? Am I doing the right one, Richard?
You're on the right one.
Okay, good.
Someone accesses resources when there's upcoming emails or well-trusted websites and flyers related to upcoming Arlington County and Autism South Central events, and also Autism Greater Wisconsin. And people can contact an autism advocate as a family friend. And I have one right here with Nancy Redlaw.
So why is it good to be informed, Richard?
It's good to be informed because it reminds me of which events I want to attend for the Arlington County and the Autism South Central events. know whom to contact when you need help, assistance, or have questions with. And that autism advocates and staff members can help me out if I need help or support, Nathaniel.
What steps do you take, Richard, to take a break from advocacy work?
I normally take walks to work on the city trail when it's my stress and composure, and deep breathing exercises helps me ease my tantrums or meltdowns. And I have encountered very situations, and using a laptop or phone can help me create such really positive feelings. One thing, using an electric tricycle to help make my life easier.
Okay. What organizations should you be active in? Just to start.
The organizations that I should be active or involved in are the terms of Autism Society of South Central Wisconsin, the Arctic County, of course, McFarland Youth Conferences, Autism Statewide Conference every year in Colorado, and this one, the Self-Determination Conference right here.
And what do you want to say to the audience, Richard?
Thank you all for attending today. I hope you enjoy the rest of your conference.
And then, how about, can you say the information there, buddy? What? Say the information there. Like, you can look you up on Instagram, Facebook.
And so you can look up or find me excuse me. You can look me up on Instagram or Facebook, and I have my own YouTube channel, The Richard Bassett Show, using the link down below. And the Just Ask Project, my newest video, thanks to my buddy Nathaniel Lentz for doing a great job. And Just Ask Project video is now available at Tony. See my newest Just Ask video at Tony. So on my YouTube channel, to the search show available. So please feel free to check any of those episodes. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Do any of you have any questions? Let's. Okay, who? Okay. I don't know. Okay. Oh. What did I do? What did I do? What's it? Oh.
There's a lot of Nancy.
Oh, that, oh. Okay, here you go. Here you go.
Richard and I do a lot of things together. And one thing I have learned, very much to my surprise, is that if he and I are talking about something and he says it's one day or one time and I think it's something else, he is always right.
Richard, I've been meaning to ask you this for a while. I know you mentioned that you have the 79,000 followers. I see you do those really creative videos, which I enjoy very much, for teams all around the world. Could you talk a little bit about how you got involved with doing that? And you know, I think you're bringing joy worldwide with those videos. So I just wondered about it.
Oh, that, when I got involved with making 79,000. Oh, that I got involved by having so many random viewers. Like, example, making a video with a Turkish university or college, national soccer team, just school, university. That it takes it takes a ton of work to get 79,000 dollars done. 1,000 first, and then eventually 1,000. Anybody else? Any other questions?
I just want to know let Richard and Nathaniel know that they're the best role models a friend can have, even in the hardest of times.
Oh, thank you.
Krista.
Krista.
You want Savannah?
Special Olympics.
Oh, yes, thank you for asking me, Special Olympics, Savannah. My mother started getting involved in Special Olympics. Was 11 years old, and it's on Connecticut. And they have gold medals like these. And now, and it's on Special Olympics on Facebook, kept by inspiring every Special Olympics athlete around the world. Questions? Any other questions?
I want to say that you and Nathaniel are best buddies.
Thank you, Emily.
Thank you.
Anybody? Questions?
Just curious, what brought you to Wisconsin? Why are you here now in Wisconsin instead of Connecticut?
Thank you for asking me that nice question. I was born in Wisconsin as my mom had friends around Madison. She died almost 20 years ago with respiration failure. Thank you. Thank you, Karen. Any other questions? Raise your hand if you have questions.
So wrapping up. So so Richard has been coming to this conference for how many years, Richard?
My 9th year.
9th year. So 7 straight years, all he did was walk around the exhibits. Last year, he went into a conference room, a session, and he sat through the whole thing. And this year, he's speaking. There you go. There you go. So Richard and I want to thank you for coming today and have a great rest of the conference. Thank you.
Thank you all.